Go ahead, Rosenberg. Set it.
I'd like to take a moment here. If we can.
Here we go. How much of a moment?
Not that long, but I just this is really hard. Every week, it's like it's gone from being fun
to annoying.
To straight up annoying.
Just say it.
Really? This week was so easy for me. 96 to 2000.
It was, bro, because I'm fighting within who I really am at the core and what they're gonna vote for.
And just look at the criteria, though.
Yes, Rosenberg, I'm with you.
Bro.
I feel exactly the same.
Because there are songs that hit different criteria. Like, for example, a song I didn't pick, and I'm sure none of you did. Stakes is High by De La Soul.
Okay.
It hits all the criteria in my world. It hits all the criteria. But for the audience, in terms of staying power, and it
doesn't play right now.
Yo, for me personally,
it plays.
Find a Way by A Tribe Called Quest.
Yes, it should be there.
I love Find a Way is one of my favorite Tribe songs ever.
Really?
Same. I love it.
I adore that song. Adore that song.
Wow.
So there were a lot like, yo, I
what
don't know
about
if y'all
Adorn?
I don't know if I love Adorn. I don't know if you guys even know this song or remember it. But you will, but Act 2, Love of My Life by The Roots featuring Common off Things Fall Apart.
Great song.
Hip hop, You the Love of My life. That show, it warms my heart.
See, but Rosenberg, my side is that I would respect it more if you bring these up and put them in. And even if they don't get voted in.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know how many of us have put forth records so far in this process that we knew likely weren't going to make it, but it needed to be submitted.
But then
and then also the other reason it needs to be submitted is because it goes into our submissions playlist,
right?
Which is an amazing playlist, by the way.
Yeah, but
it's gonna be that's gonna be the real winner.
Stop thinking about the win.
And we have to understand, it wasn't even, I don't even want to say it's about the win. It's about in my mind, like different kinds of songs that occupy different space. I also thought about a song this week that I bet none of y'all thought of that occupies a totally different part of my brain.
So
See Murder and Snoop Dogg down from my.
Why didn't you pick it though?
Should have picked
because I'm like, but is that a top 50 rap song of all time? I don't.
Well, let's find out.
Does it have staying power?
Anyway, so I landed on one by a guy who everybody knows. I hope this will give away Kast which way I'm going. A guy that everybody knows is my favorite MC of all time. He absolutely needs to be in the top 50.
Yep.
And if he's going to be in the top 50, this is probably the most memorable rap he ever did. Plus, it features our brother Fat Joe.
I mean, why wouldn't this be on there? This was hard for you to pick?
No, it was almost like too obvious for me to pick.
Ready for war, Joe? How you wanna blow they spot? I know these dirty cops that'll get us in if we murder some. Hop in your Hummer, the punish is ready. Meet me and Beatles with noodles, we do this do while he's slurping spaghetti. Everybody kiss the floor till we crack, fuck them all if they move. Noodles shoot that. Dead in the middle of little did we know that every riddle to middleman who didn't do diddly.
It'll be a cold day in hell the day I'm taking out. Make no mistake, for real, I wouldn't hesitate to kill. I'm still a fat one that you love to hate. Got you at your mother's waist, smack you then I whack you with my.
I rub your face off the earth and curse your family's children like Amity filling. Show the nerves in your cavity filling. Insanity's building a pavilion in my civilian. It canopy the anarchy that humanity's filling. A villain without remorse who's willing to out your boss forever and take all the cheddar like child support.
I support Pun in anything he does, anything he loves. A brother from another mother sent for the above. A duck just like me, one of the best might be. Even better, leave it kneeling on their right knee.
Spike Lee couldn't paint a better picture. You small change, got your brains getting richer.
Hit you with them, smacking. What, you getting stuck? My trigger fingers into your
truck jewels, cruising in the land, pumping cash rules. Last crew to one and caught 100 trying to pass through.
That's true.
So who the next to get it?
TS the best that did it.
Get it off your chest, get admitted,
and it's
and you don't stop.
20 with the cop, fill it to the top.
Yeah, and you don't stop.
Joey cracks the rock, and Big Pun keeps the cock.
Yeah, and you don't stop.
We'll make it hot.
So good, man.
Bring it up on your whole spot.
Yeah, and you don't stop.
It's still 187 on another.
F the police, I me first, make them leave first.
And by the way, a rare moment. Well, no, I guess it's not that rare when I think about it. But it is a rare moment where there's an East Coast version of a song that's as hot as the West Coast version of a song over the same beat.
I mean, it was just a rare situation, period, where a hip-hop cover like that is straight up cover. It's not a sample.
Right.
It's called Deep Cover 98.
Right.
Twins. We call it Twins, but it's Deep Cover 98. So, like, yeah, it's a cover. Okay, so this next one, this is by, obviously, a GOAT. one of the greatest to ever do this thing we call hip hop, which is one of my favorite phrases. But although now it makes sense, someone shed light on why we used to say this thing we call hip hop, because people didn't actually know what the thing was. They were actually being like, "Yo, this thing we call hip hop." Anyways, this record here, I understand some people are gonna hear and go, "This is the one you choose, really?" But let me explain 2 things. One, when you hear the overall production and quality of this song, like how complete a record it was. And number 2, the version of this artist that you get on the record, because a lot of the other records that people choose for him, they choose ones that have like a negative feel to them and like an energy that's very like, aggressive. This one, you hear the joy of this man, which is such a huge part of him. And that's why I selected Do For Love by Tupac.
Ooh, good record. It's a good record.
I mean, he's laughing on it.
He's laughing.
Hey, man. You a little sucker for love. You a sucker.
For love.
I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons. How not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. When this began, we was the perfect match, perhaps. We had some problems, but we working at it. And now the arguments are getting loud. I wanna stay, but I can't help from walking out. Let's throw it away. Just take my hand and understand. If you could see, I never planned to be a man. It just wasn't me. But now I'm searching for commitment and other arms. I wanna shelter you from harm. Don't be alarmed. Your attitude was the cause. You got me stressing. Soon as I open up the door with your jealous questions. Like when can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. Now my ambitions to be free, I can't breathe. Cause soon as I leave, it's like a trap. I hear you calling me to come back. I'm a sucker for love.
That's Bobby Caldwell sample also.
Which we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, re-sung.
Now, I'm not normally a big posthumous guy either. I mean, that's a posthumous song, but it was just
a banger.
so well done, man.
Make sure you check out that Tupac documentary on Hulu, man. I can't wait till you see the second episode.
I'm
and I'm gonna tell you something that song reminds me of something I've been wanting to say about the Tupac documentary and just people in general, about the human experience in general. And I'm sure people out there that can relate to this, and everybody in this room can relate to this. It's a privilege to be able to be the person you want to be versus the person you have to be to survive.
Say what?
It's a privilege to be able to be the human that you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
versus the person you have to be sometimes to survive.
Which is most of us.
Right, because there's people listening right now that wanted to be someone totally different. Life played out the way it is, and to survive, they got to be a person that they don't necessarily want to be.
Can you argue also, though, that sometimes it's the person that they thought they had to be to survive?
Sometimes.
Because, in fact, they could have survived.
Based on what's in front of it, and it's based on what you can see.
If they were brave enough.
Right, it was just too hard. It was too much.
Who's up next? Who's got number 2? Laura
That would be number 2. Wow, I'm just gonna stay in this conversation with Tupac. Like we said, a man, a human, an artist with many sides. But I went with this record because I really like it, and I'm gonna show a little love to Casey and JoJo too. I went with How Do You Want It?
Oh, big tune. Of course you did.
How do you want it?
And I'm sure Laura was watching this video. Don't let her fool you.
Sure was.
She's the one that had me watching P-Valley, and I was like, yo, Laura, what are you into?
How do you feel? Coming up as a ooh, the cash game, living in the fast lane.
I love the way you activate your hips and push it out. Got a brother wanting it so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it. Baby, just alleviate your clothes, I'm the fly about it. Catch you at the club, your hips have got me feeling. Body talking quick to me, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Now if you wanna roll with me, then here's some chance doing 80 on the freeway. Catch me if you can, forgive me, I'm a rider. Still I'm just a simple man, all I want is money plus the fame. I'm a simple man, Mr. International, player with a passport. Just like a Latin switch, get you anything you ask for, either him or me. The champagne, Hennessy, favorite of my homies when we floss on our enemies. Witness as we creep to a low speed. Peep what my foes need. Make some emojis for you don't need. Approaching women with a passion for the long day, but I've been driven by attraction in a strong way. Your body is banging, baby. I love the way you're flowing. Time to give it to Daddy Sugar. Now tell me how you want it.
How do you want it? Straight porn video. There was an X-rated version of this video with the porn stars in it. This is Heather Hunter.
At
era.
BET Uncut.
Innovative.
I think this was before BET
yeah,
Uncut,
it was
wasn't it?
innovative.
No, not before Uncut. Is it? Uncut wasn't around 96?
I don't remember the days of Uncut.
I don't remember.
We don't know.
But anyway,
All right,
straight
so,
porn video.
My other submission is Young Hobe. We took it back to 96, and I went with Can't Knock the Hustle.
Ooh. I thought about doing this one too.
Bounce.
Mary J.
Check. Yo, I'm making short-term goals. When the weather falls, just put away the leathers and put ice on the gold. Chilly with enough bail money to free a big Willie. High stakes, I got more at stake than Philly. Shopping sprees, copping threes. Dudes beat by IS's, fully loaded.
Yes.
Bouncing in the Lex Luger. Tire smoke like Buddha. 50 G's to the crap shooter. Players can't fade me.
Yeah, he was excited about Alexis back then.
I got Alexis. Stop dreaming, I leave your body steaming. Brothers is fiending, what's the meaning? I'm leaning on any player intervening with the sound of my money machining. My cup running
over with hundreds.
I'm one of the best players that done it. 6 digits and running, y'all brothers don't want it. I got the
Godfather flow, the Don Juan DeMarco.
Swear to God, don't
Get it twisted. Hey.
She can't knock the hustle.
But do you think you are? Maybe one day you'll be a star.
One nerdy DJ question for Kast. Yo, Kast, did you have the bootleg that had that record pre-Mary?
The pre-Mary one? No, I got the other one, the Melissa Morgan joint.
Oh, I love the remix. I love the remix.
Yeah,
I love the remix was my favorite one. But there was a pre
I don't have it here.
No Mary version of Can't Not Hustle.
Right. So we're doing 96 to 2000.
That's right.
This record needs no introduction about any of the criteria. Any of them.
Okay.
You got that Rough Riders?
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I tried to get this one. Something new.
What?
Great call. This is going in. This is going to go in, bro.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
This had the city shaking.
No, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to violence, my killers move in silence. Like you don't know what I silence, New York killers are wild. My dogs is with it, you want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it, damn right we did it. What the F you gon' do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew, don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we blow. When we find out there's some more that's running with Joe, nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle, light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you, put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight, and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll.
Fire.
So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay right in this same time frame. 1999, near the cutoff. We were doing 1996 to 2000. And, you know, this guy had come off of, Heat Rocks. And he had a couple of hits at this point. But when this dropped, he took it back to the clubs, back to the streets. Run it, Kast.
Rockefeller. Y'all know what this is.
That Life
We
and
giving y'all
Times
5
Volume
seconds to put
3.
your drink down and report to the dance floor immediately.
Time.
All the buses, we giving y'all 5 seconds to get close to an exit. It's about to get real ugly in here. 5 seconds is up. Let's go.
Throw the hands up. Throw the hands up.
Ladies,
Beanie Siegel and Hope was
fellas,
right now, boy.
Throw the hands up.
Mac, you know how Mac come through.
through on the club tip. Everybody real deep on the thug tip. Cop Chris spray the club on the dub tip. Cop Fritz who snub in the club quick. Told y'all real high. When I come you through, can try. If you want, you can die. If you want, we hitting yours on the floor. Whole crew be wild. Chick back that thing up like juvenile. Man, my peeps come to spin a diamond piece. You know Mac come through, line of freaks. Every chick on the hip, 9 at least. We hitting yours on the floor while you grinding freaks. Whole squad get it down like this. Whole squad buying rounds of Chris. Whole squad got their crowns on wrist. Whole squad got a pound of twist. Whole squad got a pound of spit. Get the clown on the flip. Mac never slip in the club. Told y'all 4/5 in the club. If you wanna draw it in the blood, it can drip in the club. You know how I get in the club. You know how I be. All high VIP. Rolling up the b.i.g. And he all liquored up. Talking it to his man. Gotta come and pick him up. Got is in the back bouncing the jiggle. What? You got your hands up and I ain't even stick y'all up.
Everybody get it up.
Throw the hands up.
Everybody get it up.
Throw the hands up.
12 a.m. on my way to the club. 1 a.m. DJ made it a rub. 2 a.m. now I'm getting with her. 3 a.m. now I'm splitting with her. 4 a.m. at the Waffle House. 5 a.m. now we at my house. 6 a.m. I be digging her out. 6:15 I be kicking her out. 7 a.m. I'ma call my friends. 12 a.m. we gon' do it again. By the way, we gon' do it again. Let's go.
You gon' talk about them C's on our hill, and we just cop them things, homie, the chromey wheels. Both arms are chunky, the sleeves on chill. Any given time's 100 G's in your grill. Don't talk to me about them C's got skills. He's alright, but he's not real.
Who you talking about?
I don't know. That song always had a special place in my heart because it was based on a go-go song that was huge in D.C. and Hove used to hear the record in D.C. A song called Overnight Scenario by a legendary group called Rare Essence. And it went 3 in the morning, the Pancake House. 4 in the morning, I'll be rolling to her house. 5 in the morning, we calling it cab. And he would always be in D.C. He would regularly, and he made that record, and everyone in D.C. knew, like, oh, that's what this record is. You know what I mean? Although, Ebro, I disagree with you using that song. That wasn't even the best song on the single.
It wasn't.
On the single. I think it was the worst song on the single. You know what the other side was?
Was Big Pimpin'.
Nope. Cass, you have the other side?
I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I hate you both.
What was it?
So Ghetto.
Oh, So Ghetto. Oh, I love So Ghetto. I was actually debating between Big Pimpin' and that record off that in that moment.
But I'm glad you didn't go Big Pimpin' because I love Big Pimpin'. It's a great party record, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how often we want to hear it.
Well, the one thing about this
around.
record, the criteria part is how often do people let it get to Emil's verse?
Oh,
she always gets clipped.
Damn, you just played yourself right now, as you said.
But it might still get votes.
It's a great record, but that is true. Why you do that to Emil?
Yo, Shani, what you got?
Listen, I love the way hip hop has shifted the globe. You know what I'm saying? It's from the time we came in. And one of the main things that we've done is change, the way people talk. You know what I'm saying? From the ground all the way up to the White House. We changed the vernacular and the slang.
That's facts, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we hear sometimes they'll say bling bling and stuff like that. And you're like, wow, we influenced the presidents and stuff.
Okay.
So there's several ways that we like to talk about getting paid. It's that cash, that dough, cream, or whatever, them stacks. But this is the way it has been defined since it dropped. Since it dropped.
Yeah.
The world has known it as this.
I mean, this is 9.
This gotta go.
Yeah.
Have we submitted this yet?
No.
I don't think so.
No, last week was Money, Power, Respect, right?
Yeah.
Who don't know what the Benjamins are?
Now.
What y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the Benz with the spoilers. On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace.
That's why your parents had a Taurus, Rosenberg.
3-course
After
meal,
they heard this
spaghetti, fettuccine and veal, but still, everything's real in the field. And what you can't have now, leave in your will. But don't knock me for trying to bury 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Ain't nobody's hero, but I wanna be heard on your hot 9-7 every day. That's my word.
Right.
Swimming in women with their own condominiums, 5+5s who drive millenniums. It's all about the Benjamins. What? I get a 50-pound bag of for the mutts. 5 carats on my hands with the cuts, and something European chromed out with the clutch. What?
Drinking more liquor, driving a broke bigger. I'm with more sippers, watched by gold diggers. Rocking the short denims with gold zippers. Lost your touch, we kept ours. Popping crystals, freaking the 3/4 reptiles. Enormous cream, forest green. Binge G for my team, so while you sleep, I'm a scheme. You see through, so why nobody never gon' believe you. You should do what we do, stack chips like. Don't let the melody intrigue you, cause I'll leave you. I'm only here for that good
What the blood clot? Wanna rumble with the beat, huh? Bzzz, throw a hex on the whole family.
Dressed in all black like the Omen.
See how you could just keep going?
Yep.
Keep going until Biggie.
It's actually the ultimate. You have to listen to the end
Right.
because when you get the beat change,
Bruh.
So
Shout to the
fire.
Hitman. Shout to D. Angeletti.
All about the Benjamins, baby.
Well, that's fire.
And then for me, I
It's
had
great
to go
call.
to, you know what I'm saying, because I just love the group and they've done so much for the game too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not ready, you gotta get ready. This here they came.
This is the second time this is in,
And they
right?
stayed.
The second submission.
it's about to be 0 for 2.
Don't disrespect, do not.
Ready
0
or
for
not?
3 if you
So
count
what
process
happened?
news today.
You can't
So wait,
hide.
who submitted this?
I think Laura might have threw it up one time.
I love the Fuji
And
so much.
take it slowly.
I mean,
ready or not, here I
The
come.
song has stood the test of time.
Facts.
Gonna
Yes.
find you and make you
Yeah.
want me.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk awake.
Yeah.
Those who correlate know the world ain't kick. Jail bars ain't golden gates. Those who fake, they break. When they meet their 400-pound mate, if I could rule the world, everyone would have a gun in the ghetto, of course, when get D up and on their horse. Kick around drinking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete for the deceased, but no, don't weep. Why Clef's in a state of sleep, thinking about the robbery that I did last week. Money in the bag, banker look like a drag. I wanna play with pelicans from here to Baghdad. Gun blast, think fast, I think I'm hit. My girl pinched my hips to see if I still exist.
I think not.
I'll send a letter to my friends. A born again hooligan,
Only to be king again.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. Yo, I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, you don't smoke cess. Less, I must confess, my destinies manifest. In some Gore-Tex and sweats, I make tracks like I'm homeless. Rap orgies with Borgie and Best. Capture your bounty like Elliot Ness. Yes, bless you if you represent the fool, but I hex you with some witches brew.
If you do.
Voodoo. I could do what you do.
Easy.
Believe me, clicking it, I'll give me heebie-jeebies. So why you imitating Al Capone? I be needing Simone and defecating on your microphone.
While you imitating
Fire.
Al Capone. That was the jab at all them rappers.
All of them.
Lauren made EBGB sound cool.
Lauren took shots at all the Gambino rappers and all of the Willie Escos
all
and
of
anybody trying to be Italian mobsters.
All of them. She's like, I'll be representing Nina Simone. While y'all trying to be Al Capone. You know what I'm saying?
Fire, bro.
Just saying.
Thank you, Lauren.
Lauren rules.
Cast One.
Yeah. So
You
look-
wrap this thing up, man. This is
looking-
the top 50 hip hop records all time. This week's submissions for 1996 to 2000.
I know Kast about to bring it.
Well, I
know
mean,
it.
you know, I was looking at our lists and what we have, and we're all missing one big topic in hip hop, man, that hasn't really been presented yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Relationships. To have love, have lost.
Oh.
This one right here, you might not hear all the time, but when you hear it,
This here?
I thought about it.
I thought about
My
Queens,
joint,
what
man.
up?
That's my joint, man.
I thought about this yesterday.
wait, this is not the one I wanted to play.
Yeah, that's not the one you wanted.
No, this
the
not.
version?
Sorry, this is not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Sorry about that.
Yes.
There we go.
Just so you know, though, they both did ring off.
Yes,
It rang
this
off
one.
first, and then this happened, and it rang off big.
But this is the one.
This is the one.
Queens,
Man,
what
it's
up?
that record, bro.
I have so many questions about the things. Shani, we've broken down the things said in this song.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
Here's a tune about this honey named Renee that I met one day on my way back from Sanjay. I peep a shorty as she's walking to the train. I tap her on the shoulders. Excuse me, Miss miss, but can I get your name? She said, my name is Renee. I said, I got a whole lot to say. So may I walk you to your subway? She said, if you want. So yo, we started talking. I brought 2 francs and 2 drinks, and we began walking. I had to see where that head was at, cause the year was mad fast. So we must chat about this and that. She told me what she was in school for.
This is deep.
She wants to be a lawyer. In other words, shorty studies law. Shorty, I'm a writer.
In other words.
She drops a package of the easy water.
I didn't know that from being a lawyer.
I said, yo, I don't sweat the technique, shorty rock. I do the same thing, but yet I use Philly. She said I never dealt with Philly blunts because I heard that's for silly stunts. I said nah, they burn slower. Right now I really don't know you, but maybe later on I can get to show you. A ghetto love is the Lord.
You can't turn this off either. You gotta tell the whole story. First time I heard it, tears rolled down my face. First time I heard it.
Give it up for his shorty.
A ghetto love is the Lord that we live by. Day by day I wonder why my shorty had to die. I reminisce over my ghetto princess every day.
Give it up for my shorty.
No.
So now we sitting on the train. Besides a fingernail, now shorty got the hairdo of baby. Now understand she got flavor. A tough leather jacket with some jeans and the chain that the moms gave her. Got off the train about 6:34. She wasn't sure she had grub for the dog, so we hit the store. Went to the crib and turned the lights on. A Mad magazine stand from Essence, a right on. A leather couch stereo system with crazy CDs. Understand, kid, she got cheese. She said, cheeks, do what you want. She said, I'm gonna feed the dog. I said, alright, well, I'ma roll this. She came back with stretch pants and a ponytail, a t-shirt. Hey, yo, fam,
I got a tenderoni girl.
We're sitting on the couch chatting. We're smoking the balcony. We're staring at Manhattan. She started feeling on my chest. I started feeling on the breast. And there's no need for me to stress the rest. Hey, yo, I got myself a winner. We sparked up before we ate.
And a blunt after we ate dinner. It's a lot of blunts.
She had a tattoo she only wanted to go to see. But first, turn the lights and turn up the Jodeci. I'm like, whatever, shorty rock, we could swing it like that. Cause on the real, this is where it's at. A ghetto love is the law that we live by. Day by day, I wonder why my shorty
Queens.
I mean, Southside, what that?
Shouts to Cheeks, man.
R.I.P. Freaky Ty.
Shouts to the whole LB fam.
Groovy Lou, what up, fam?
Oh, here we go. Here's where it gets crazy.
I woke up the next day on the water bed, letters on the pillow, and this is what the letter said. It said, Cheeks, I be home around 2. You was deep in
so
your
sad.
sleep, so I didn't want to bother you. I left my
never
number
said
for
goodbye.
shorty to call me later, got dressed. Then I bounced towards the elevator.
Ebro, he smoked another blunt.
You had to.
I'm
His
asking
mind
shorty,
right.
what's up with you? She's asking what's up with me. And now we've been together for weeks. Candlelight, dinner with my shorty, crack a 40 with my naughty freaks. Hey man, I never been in love, but every time I'm bursting in and out of state, it's shorty that I'm thinking of. I'm hanging out with my crew. I get the beat from Renee because Renee uses code too. But yet I'm chatting with her on Dukes. She says Renee's been shot, so Cheeks meet me up at St. Luke's. I jumps on the Van Wick. I gotta make it there quick. Hey yo, this shit is mad thick. Not even thinking of the pole. Now I'm doing the buckle because of boom and the whole nine.
Wait, smoking boom right now?
And by the time I reach the hospital, they tell me Mr. Cheeks Renee's gone. I'm pouring beer, I pour my shorty who ain't here. I'm from the ghetto, so listen, this is how I shed my tears. A ghetto love is the Lord.
Damn.
I just can't believe that he gets, just work with me on this.
What's up?
He gets the call back from the mom.
My mom.
Right.
And she says, oh my God, this thing's happened. It's horrible. He goes, I got to get on the Van Wyck. First of all, Van Wyck traffic, this is already disaster.
It's so far from St. Louis.
And you're so far from St. Luke's. Second of all, now he's driving a buck 100 miles an hour in the scariest situation of all time. Still has time to smoke a blunt. That's the commitment on that record.
It's already rolled in the ashtray.
He just
You
goes,
know what I mean?
He
I'm
just
smoking
picked
boom
it
in the
up.
whole nine.
Yo, man.
He had
that's
to get his
crazy.
mind
Yo,
right.
shouts to Cheeks. That song is so great. man.
Even if that doesn't get voted in, at least we get to play it.
That's right.
Yes,
Enjoy it.
yes.
How you finishing up, Cass?
And of course, I'm gonna stay on the relationship kick, but this guy right here, he kind of took the underground, and he was one of the people with the movement that took the underground and made it actually not so underground.
Of course.
Number 2 for this.
Yes.
Second time
I threw
submitted.
it in there the first time, and I'm so glad you threw it back.
Laura, we can't let this one
We
go.
cannot.
So good. It's so
We
good.
cannot.
And as Shani loves to point out, coined the definition of ass so fat you can see it from the front.
Yes.
Front, baby.
What?
She came with the same type game, the type of girl giving out the fake cell phone, the name Big Thing. She like cats with big things. Jewel chip, money clip, phone flip the 6 range. And seen her on the ass, spotted her more than once. Ass so fat that you can see her from the front. She spot me like paparazzi. Shot me a glance and that Catwoman stands with the fat booty pants. Hot damn, what's your name, love?
Catwoman
Where you came
stance.
from, neck and wrist laced up, very little makeup. The swims at the Reebok gym, tone your frame up, and sugar and spice, the only thing that you made up. I tried to play it low key, but couldn't keep it down. Asked her to dance, and she was like, yo, I'm leaving now. An hour later, sounds from Jamaica. She sipping Chris straight up, skanking while in her waist up. Scene 3. My fam throwing the jam for Reed is on the stand. Big things is in the plans. The brother Big Moon makes space for me to move in here. Yo, this my man Most, baby. Let me introduce. I turn around.
Say word.
You was the same pretty bird who I had priorly observed, trying to play me for the herd.
That's her.
Shani tell she couldn't get it together. I just played along and pretended I never met her. How you feeling? No, I'm fine. My name is Most. I'm Sharice. I heard so much good about you. It's nice to finally meet. He moved to the booth, preserve a crew, especially and Honey Love ended up sitting directly next to me. I'm type of light, but now I'm looking at her skeptically. Cause baby girl got all the right weaponry. Designer fabric, shoes, and accessories.
Spit that, Laura. Spit that, Laura.
Know me mentally. Be conversated, made her laugh. Yeah, you know me, bro. Even though I know the Stylez, she wild sweet, yo. I'm about to murk. I say peace to the family.
I'm about to murk.
Before you dance with me.
I was like,
That's the line.
No,
right
listen.
there.
I'm about to murk is so throwback. No, I'm about to murk.
You're so good.
That whole how you gonna leave before you dance with me? And he's like, she messed my whole mind up with that right there.
Yeah, by the way, he like his whole essence, his voice quality, the lingo that he uses, he literally is like the walking personification of hip hop at that time.
Absolutely.
Everything about the way he acted,
And
dressed,
even his name to me is
Even
one of
his
the
name.
best names in hip hop.
most definitely. Yo, those are your submissions this week for the
Man, vote for all of them. What
top
we doing?
50 hip hop songs
They
of
need
all
to all be
time.
in.
Yo, and to who's this guy? Dustin, what's his name here? Dustin Brown 25. Yeah, nah, we didn't do Juvenile Back That Ass Up, bro. We wasn't, bro. I know it's a big record for y'all, and it may get submitted.
Would you consider, huh?
Nah, it doesn't really play right now, though.
No, not really.
No.
It doesn't have to stand.
It was
I
so
loved
many-
it at the time. It was
But Back That Ass Up, you could play at any time.
Back
Well,
That
that-
Ass
yeah.
Up still plays.
But
Yes.
does Back That Ass Up escape the novelty question? It's right in there in the novelty question.
it wasn't intended.
Ah, yeah.
But it wasn't intended.
No.
But now it feels that way.
And by the
Novelty.
way, it got nominated last time. I brought this song in and I nominated it last time.
And it didn't get the cut.
No, they didn't make
Back
Didn't
That
get the
Ass Up.
votes.
You did
Yeah.
Back That Ass Up?
Yeah, I did. I did that one and next episode.
Damn, see.
I didn't remember.
Oh, you know what else I considered that I think I already brought it once, but I was gonna bring Still DRE.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that too.
Yeah, that's right.
I was gonna bring Black Rob. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, would have been a great one.
Forgot about
we
Dre.
will. We will come back to this era though.
You keep
we will
saying
come
that,
back to
but no
96,
matter what,
2000.
we're gonna run short.
You think so?
Who was the idiot who came up with this idea? We're never gonna have
So
a
annoying. Enough was mad at me because the Far Side didn't make it. I was like, don't be mad at me. I
People didn't
nominated
vote
them.
for it.
And
Listen, I will tweet right now if you're following us, and maybe Hot 97 and Ebro and AM can retweet it. I have a playlist here of all of the submissions.
But also, we need the people listening right now, when you stop your car, to go to hot97.com/top50 and vote. Because what ends up happening is people who don't listen to the show end up voting later when they see it online. And I don't know that we're always getting the votes of the people right now. How do you feel right now?
Right.
That's what we need. How did they hit you when you heard them in the car?